sucks. First of all, hey, happy Earth Day to all of the lovely Libras out there. But Libra, this really sucks because I did your reading, talked for a good about 11 minutes. I knew my phone was about to go dead, but I had it charging and it just was not charging, even though the charge symbol was there. And right when I was about to pull like your last, well, not pull, but talk about your last couple of cards, my phone went dead. And because it went dead in the middle of the recording, I knew when I turned it on that recording would be nowhere. That recording would be nowhere to be found on my phone. So here we go again with your reading, general, for October. If it doesn't resonate with you, check your rising and your moon sign. These are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you, but I hope you enjoy and I hope they do resonate. Also, I'm doing love readings this month. Again, I apologize for taking a while to get around to you, Libras. But when you see this video go up, check. When you see this video go up, check back. I had a phone call. There should be a love reading going up right after. I don't know what's going on today. When I first was doing your cards, they were all jumping out at me. So I laid those. I got a few messages for you. And now I'm shuffling your oracle cards for the heart. And I don't know what the heck I did, but I got like all the cards. I don't know. It's just going to be one of those days, I suppose. So let's get into it, Libra. I'm going to try to make this really to the point, under 10 minutes, especially because I'm a little, irritated that the first video got deleted. So it's a 4-card spread, really for each week of the month, but it's all together. It's however this energy comes out, transcends time. There is no exact time for this. So, I mean, this could be October. You could have felt some of this stuff coming up until this point, or this could be things that you're going to be feeling the rest of the month and going into November. But what I was saying, guys, is, the first thing I was saying, I didn't mention it to like the middle of the reading, but the first thing that came to me before even hopping on to do your reading was mixed signals, cross messages, lines being crossed, wires being crossed. So if that means anything to you, Libra, just try to keep your communications clear, everything straightened out, on the up and up. Try not to get things mixed up and crossed too much. And if things are mixed up and crossed up and lines are crossed and there's some misunderstandings, just do what you got to do to get it clear. You know what I mean? Use your communication skills that you have as an air sign to get it clear. So what I see on the table for you, some of that miscommunication and some frustration may come because you feel like you didn't have a victory or win coming into October. So maybe in August or the beginning of October, there was some sort of journey you were on, some sort of plan, some sort of task that you had set out on, or some sort of goal that you had in your mind to accomplish. So whether this was career, personal, love, relationship, there was something that you wanted. Something that you wanted to achieve, something that you wanted to be victorious about, and that didn't quite happen. You didn't get that victory, and I feel like because you didn't get that victory, I feel like whatever had to do with something just not going your way. So a loss on something, losing out on something, not getting a victory or being victorious about something immediately doesn't mean the victory isn't coming down the road or isn't coming in as we come out of October. But at the time in August coming into October, or right now, in this period of October, you just feel like you lost out on something. You weren't victorious. You weren't the number one stunner. You didn't come out in the front. Everybody is an oohing and oohing and eyeing over you and ogling and all of this kind of stuff. You just feel like you didn't feel like a champion, like something you wanted, some message that was delivered. And this could have had to do with some travel, a message that came to you, excuse me, Libra, or a message that you delivered to someone else. And I feel like it had to do with relationships with the heart. And we'll get into relationships readings after this reading, so I'm not going to go too far into it. Like I said, I wanted to make this pretty much to the point. I don't want to go too deep on these generals. I really want to do this in 10 minutes because I have a lot of readings to get out. If you guys want something more specific, drop me a line at the email address below and request a reading. I'll send you a payment link. You can pay, and then I'll give you a number you can call. Or if you want it on video, you can do it like that. Or contact any tarot reader or astrologer of your choice if you need something more specific. And like I said, check your moon and your rising to give a full picture. But anyway, so just because of the cards I had on the table, I had the Six of Wands in reverse, and then I put the Lenormands on there, and just indicate some sort of message that came in, and it could have been yourself. You could have been giving someone a message, and you don't quite know how it was received, and there might have been some stagnation and some pondering, and you really can't see the path. So maybe you didn't get some answers, you just weren't victorious in some way or another. And that Wand's energy in reverse represents fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. So I'm not sure if it had anything to do with that or something, but there were some messages, some messages that came from far that had to do, so maybe not your local, maybe dealing with people in long distance relationships and things like that. So something came in that kind of blurred the path and maybe kind of knocked you off. And when you didn't get exactly, when things didn't go exactly as you wanted, or you didn't feel like you conquered that situation, or you were getting a victory, I feel like you set off in another path and made some brash, and some actions that you rushed into and you didn't really think about. You kind of just rushed into it with the Knight of Swords, being gung-ho. It's not an emotional card at all. It's a card that says whatever you're thinking in your mind, you're going to it. You're going to go out, you're going to do this thing. You're not going to really think about it. It's what you want to do. Is it also what you're doing because you feel like there was a loss, or maybe something wasn't fair, or something didn't go your way, or someone didn't give you what you wanted, the response you wanted, or whatever was on the table caused you to kind of go in another direction and make some kind of rushing in head first decisions that you may have come to regret, or maybe you realize they weren't the best decisions, because the Knight of Swords is facing one way, and then you have the Six of Swords next, which means after this perceived loss, or you felt like you kind of took a blow from the Six of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords just set out to do his own thing and do what he wanted to do, instead of really digging into the emotions and the feelings. A lot of times when you go with those thoughts and you don't give things time to clear their way out and see the forest through the trees, you may go out and do some things and come to regret them later. But I see, right after that Knight of Swords, you got the Six of Swords moving in the other direction. So, like I was talking about cross communications, the reading comes off antagonistic to me, because it's like some good, but then there's some unsure, and then there's some loss. You know what I mean? And it's some stress. There's mental stresses, because even in the Six of Swords, you're moving away from whatever brash actions you're taking. Maybe you probably need to bring a little bit more feeling into the mental, because you have 3 cards. I only drew 5 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. You have 1 court card, which is the Knight of Swords, and then you got 2 more swords cards, the Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords reverse. And you had the Six of Wands reverse and the Nine of Pentacles reverse, which tells me whatever actions you're taking, whatever's going on, you're setting off to move in a calmer direction. You want certain things, and you want to be on the same key on mind, body, and spirit, but it's still a fight with the past issues, the past hurts and pains, and the past problems, and it's not letting you move on victoriously to that next phase of your life. Because until you clear up those things, until you deal with those swords one by one, until you deal with the fucked up thoughts, the taunting thoughts, the bad thoughts, the feelings of hurt, rejection, and things like that, and understand that it's, a lot of times, it's not us, it's other people, what I mean? You won't truly move on and be stable and have the stability in your life. So just make sure you kind of put some thought to your actions before you do them, Libra, because, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it just shows instability, something falling through, taking a loss when it comes to something having to do with your relationship, your money, your stability, and it's something that you work for. It's something that you've spent time on. You don't just get to the Nine of Pentacles out of the blue. The Nine of Pentacles is hard earned. It's enjoyment. She's enjoying it. She's fruitful. She's creative. She has everything that she needs, and she knows if she wants more, she doesn't have to do anything really but blink her eye, and she will be taken care of. She is the master of creating this wealth and having this wealth and really taking it to the phase of being, self-sufficient and really resting in the laurels and the victories of stability. And when you talk about stability, you're talking about career, home, finance, relationship, even keel on all fronts of your life. You know what I mean? And no matter how things look on the outside, you have to be okay with your life, where you're going, the things you've done and the things you've been through and the things you're gonna do, Libra. And I really would like you to see you work on these things, because you need to be stable. You need a balance. And the Nine of Pentacles is showing me an imbalance. Be careful with your money, how you're spending your finances, and things like that. But I do see a lot of messages of travel, feelings, love, some confusion in those areas, maybe not feeling victorious, moving towards a victory, changing your path of your course, changing your path to really bring what you want, that successful career, the successful partnerships in your personal life, the successful family relationships, being closer with your family. A lot of these things are just tormenting you and bugging you guys as we came into August and as we go through August. And I don't see it clearing up anytime immediately soon. I mean, there's still going to be some mental torment, some mental strife, and really things being a little mixed up. But one by one, what you're going to notice is it's going to slowly start to clear, Libra. It's going to slowly start to clear as we get to the end of October. And even if you haven't dealt with all of the issues, or you haven't totally come full circle, you'll notice a lot of the strife and the mental strain that you feel is slowly dropping off of your consciousness and your spirit, one by one. But it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight. It is not necessarily a quick thing, but it is life, and it's just what we have to do. It's life. It's the ups and downs, and we deal with this every day until we hit the grave. So Libra, things will be okay. I mean, this wasn't a bad reading at all. It just tells me you just need to get it together and watch your thought processes, because they then dictate your actions and give things time to really see clearly. Just go within to make sure you're seeing clearly, because everything is not what it seems. So that's where we're going to stop at with Libra. And I'm going to draw. I've just been shuffling the Oracle, the deck for the heart. So I'm just going to, I'm cutting it, and I'm going to lay a card just to give you some guidance with this. And the guidance card that I have is Shine. Shine, Libra. And that's the 19. It's the 19. So it really is showing that you're trying to complete these phases. You're trying to get to the next phase. It's about the self. The 9 and the 1 is a 10, which is a 1, which brings you back to self. And that's what I was telling you. You have to be complete in the mind, body, and the spirit. That's what I saw in the 6 of Swords. Just not being on an even keel all within yourself. It's not coming from outer sources. It has to be within yourself. We cannot find anything that we lack. We don't find happiness outside of ourselves, in jobs, in partnerships, in children, in pets. Happiness comes from within, and you bring that to the outside world and radiate that energy to flow onto others and the things you come across and the paths you touch. But it has to first start within. There's not a lot of things that are external to you that you're going to find that make you happy. It just doesn't work that way. And if they do, it's temporary. We have to first be truly happy with ourselves. And it's not a physical happy. And it's not just a mental happy. And it's not even just a spiritual happiness. Because I can be spiritually happy and really kind of be grounded, but then wake up every day and hate how I look. Or hate who I hang around and things like that. So it really is being on the same as you move to the next phase, as you move to calmer waters. You can't move without the alignment of the mind, body, and spirit, because you're taking the swords with you. You're taking the issues with you. You're taking the problems with you, and they will crop up again, and the waters will get rocky again, and you will find yourself up and stressed as we see in the Nine of Cards, and with a lack of stability in your life, and still rushing into situations, doing certain things and taking certain brash out of the blue, spur of the moment actions that really dim your light and do not cause you to shine. They make you depressed inside, and they make you they bring temporary solace, but not eternal happiness, not longevity. So guys, that's what I have for you for October. Libra, I mean, these are all situations you could turn upside down. Free will. I mean, you could change this stuff, be the victor, have what you want, be stable, be happy, happiness, and have it, be happy and have it reciprocated, and shine like the wonderful, beautiful star you are. But it's all up to you. It's all about the actions of the Knight of Swords. Are you going to matriculate into the Queen of Swords, into the King of Swords? And that is controlled. The King of Swords, I mean, he has emotion as well, but it is controlled. It is a marriage of the intellect as well as the emotion, and knowing how to use that in an authoritative way to make good decisions and to be there for people, to be a rock, but to also be balanced in the thought and the emotion. So Libra, I wish you the best in October. Have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And I truly, truly hope you are enjoying it, and that you got everything that you